Stefano Bellò, CEO of Clivet SPA. I joined Clivet after my industrial engineering degree and after an MBA in 1999. But actually I got involved with sustainability and energy efficiency much before. Actually, probably since I was born, because my father founded his first heat pump company in the early 70s during the first world oil crisis. Dreaming about heat pumps and these new technologies, which were quite a luxury at that time, but became suddenly very important and very needed because of oil crisis, indeed. So since then I grew up eating everyday energy efficiency, heat recovery, comfort in the built environment, in the natural environment. So I think really I got enthusiastic about this technology as soon as I joined the company and translated all these principles and concepts which I was told into everyday working experience. Today's technologies inspire unlimited ways for innovation. Today there are no limitations to human imagination as far as technology is concerned. But today more than ever, probably the best way to find the brightest ideas for innovation is to engage and listen more and more to customer needs, customer challenges, and involve your best talents in finding out-of-the-box ideas to cope and fulfill the needs of your customer. I believe this is the best way to find different ideas and develop the best talents in your organization. Let them know deeper where your products, where your services are going. Let them imagine, let them try new ideas, and let them develop that. Starting from the little experience, going to the mainstream products, today we can really create a fruitful collaboration in the customer experience since the concept of the product until its full development. And that, I believe, creates the best engagement for all the higher potential people. Clearly, my inspiration on green technologies came from my father. My father never stopped searching, studying, trying, implementing new technologies, not only in the heat pump area, also on air treatment or other fields. And he always fueled his curiosity and engaged his best people in learning and developing different technologies. As an individual, on the other hand, I got inspired since I was a young boy from a very, very simple principle. A principle from Baden-Powell, who said that you should always leave your place a little bit better than how you found it. So that's exactly what we try to do. I try to do every day with my job, what we try to do as a company, and what we should do every day as a society, leaving our planet a better place than how we find it. The biggest challenge we face in our field, or I face today, is to find the right timing. Today, actually, there is virtually a solution for every problem, but the market and the technology is moving so fast in some areas and not so fast in other areas, so it's always quite difficult to find the right timing in which to truly invest in some new ideas. Because to have an impact in the market, you really need to do something really better, really competitive, really reliable. And to make it, you need to have sensible investment in that. But sometimes if you invest too early, you will not have the impact you were expecting. If you invest too late, you will be a second, a follower, who will not be the one getting the best advantage of that new technology. So today is very challenging to find the right timing as the market is moving in various directions very fast. Today, what I would suggest to somebody willing to start a new business in our market would be just to stay focused. Look for something different, develop a new solution that is really better and really fulfills the need or a problem which is less well resolved with current solutions. Try it, improve it, but make it excellent. Make it really better than the existing solution and stick to that. I think there is always space for this kind of innovation, starting from maybe niche needs, which will probably become mainstream needs in the future. But there is no space, I'm quite sure, for somebody doing everything. At least as a newcomer. Today's market is really getting more and more complicated, changing faster and faster. Regulation is creating more and more conditions to comply with. So to start, you really need to start from a very clear idea and make it fantastic. Yes, I do believe we have the right framework for a quick implementation of the Green Deal. Basically because there is a very clear and strong political will and message towards decarbonization. So not only from a technology point of view, but also from a cultural and economic point of view. So still there is a lot of concern regarding the industrial implication around this transition. But I'm quite sure that in Europe we have all the resources, the technologies, the possibility to fully sustain and gain from this transition and gain a world leadership in technologies towards this transition. So the limit is mainly the speed at which the people, the companies, the customer are ready to convert and adapt to these new technologies. So there must be a long-term and continued support to this cultural change. But I'm quite convinced that for sure heat pump industry is ready for that. Still, we need to innovate from a system point of view. I believe the carbon trading system. So carbon emissions, carbon credit should become a pure standard like electricity. So we should be able to exchange it and minimize it in a very consistent and simple way throughout all Europe. Must create a very harmonized system to fully control and drive the reduction in carbon emissions. From a product and technology point of view, I do believe in full DC systems. The more we will go towards micro generations, co-generations, I believe households and buildings will need to go towards a full DC ecosystems in order to really optimize or reduce as much as possible any storage and transformation waste. Digitalization is having a tremendous effect on our company, as I'm sure in any other industry and any other company. Our products are not only anymore physical products, paper products, they are more and more informations. So even before we conceive the product, even before we sell it, up until the end of their lifetime, the information content of their performance, their construction and so on is becoming a predominant part of the product itself. So all our processes are changing towards that, but also the integration with our customer, with the designers and so on is becoming more and more a key success factor, and no one can avoid to play in this field. From our end, we invested in a new business unit Digital, which will be the leading team in developing all the company culture in terms of products and system towards a more information-driven product and service. We believe that with the core knowledge of how our product and our systems can perform, integrating this knowledge with the actual needs and performance of the buildings, we can produce energy savings higher than 30% just by having fully integrated and connected systems that perform according to the actual needs of the actual tenant, which not always are the same as per project design. I believe heat pump is the smartest technology to sustain the Green Deal. Why? Because heat pumps are still at a development stage, even if they are a very mature technology, but still there is so much to innovate. We can do heat pump as efficient as we want, of course, until Carnot allow us to do. We can do it as little as we want, as optimized as we want, for specific applications, specific needs. So through heat pumps we can generate decentralized systems that can really optimize any source of energy, of heat, of power, according to the specific needs, without too much buffer, without too much transfer waste, too much storage waste, and so on. So I do believe heat pump technology is not only ready to fully support the strong decarbonization that we must achieve in the next 10 years, but also new systems and new applications as we might imagine for the next decade. So I'm quite convinced that heat pump is the key technology for the energy transition. I believe the strong message that the Commission gave to Europe towards green technologies is already a strong encouragement for all the citizens to invest on that. The framework of incentives, of green finance, of changes undergoing in the market are already developing, I believe, the right attitude towards that. I believe that the main constraint might be the energy poverty. What we should develop is a fair and common system in Europe that could prevent the poor people to lay behind because of higher cost of technology or energy. So that is, I believe, the main challenge in order to sustain the transition that we want to achieve in Europe. Happy green recovery!